So as you guys know, there's been a ton of information about Assassin's Creed Origins at Gamescom, and today I'm just going to do a little roundup of all of the little bits of news that have been released. And there's also been a huge chunk of gameplay released by Game Informer of Memphis, and it looks absolutely beautiful. This game, just the graphics and the environment are fucking insane. Anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into this information, guys. So firstly, we have the full map of Assassin's Creed Origins that has been released. If you look to the kind of middle of the map, you can see Fayum, which is where the original E3 demo took place. That was where people were allowed to explore in the E3 gameplay, and you can see all of the other areas of land that are around that area, and Fayum seemed absolutely fucking huge when we watched the original gameplay demos. But as you can see, there's so much more to the map than just that, and that just shows the huge breadth of the map. There's so much of it. In the north, you can see Alexandria. It's like a huge city, and the city's actually massive, and it looks really small on this map, so that shows how big the map is as well. And then to the east, there is Memphis that you can see there as well. Two huge cities that are fully explorable, and then a whole lot of more land with little settlements dotted in between it. This map is going to be fucking massive and incredibly fun to explore. The next image we have here is really cool. It's the official poster for Assassin's Creed Origins, and it literally looks like a movie poster. It's so good. You can see Bayek standing there on the sand dunes, and then you have Memphis and Alexandria, the lighthouse of Alexandria, and then one of the great pyramids in the background. But something of most significance is the masked people actually have an apple of Eden in their possession, which is awesome to see. Obviously you got Julius Caesar, Cleopatra, and Ptolemy there, but the thing of most significance is definitely the apple of Eden. We're going back to the roots. The apple of Eden is now, one of the most significant pieces of Eden, because not many have been found at this point in time, really, because most of them were found kind of later on, like the sword of Eden, the staff of Eden was during the Renaissance and stuff like that. So they've got an apple of Eden here, and it's really cool to see the apple back again as one of the main features in the game. But yeah, I really like this poster. It's fucking awesome, and I think it really fits Assassin's Creed Origins, because it is like an epic experience. That's what Origins seems like. It seems like a movie almost, and this poster definitely shows how fucking awesome the game is going to be. This next piece of information is from an interview with Gamertag with game director Ashraf Ismail, and he shares some details about Aya, Bayek's wife. Aya is a native of Alexandria but moved to Siwa when she was young and grew up with Bayek. The two trained together, although she's not a Medjay. Bayek and Aya love each other, but they go through some kind of trauma, and then through their own perspective, which is different. The idea is their relationship, their marriage, and the tension that develops over this is what helps lead to the birth of the Assassin Brotherhood. So Aya is going to be quite an integral part of Assassin's Creed Origins, and it seems that she has a hand in the actual formation of the Brotherhood itself. She probably isn't present when Bayek makes the, decision to create the Brotherhood, but the things that happen to her and him over their life and their relationship obviously shapes the Brotherhood in some way. Anyway, this last article is very juicy, and this is where all the details are. So it begins with: it is a question we ask ourselves, starts Origins director Ashraf Ismail. Is Assassin's Creed just about a hidden blade and a hood? Ismail describes the conventions of the series, from leaps of faith to tombs, as things the team has to consider. After 8 mainline games, trying to make an Assassin's Creed game that captures every game's essence is nearly impossible, and the conventions of the series have to be challenged to create a unique modern game. Origins accomplishes this by revamping the fighting system, introducing loot for weapons and armor, and trying homages to the series to new mechanisms. For the first time, battles are not about just presenting mild inconveniences on your way to the next objective. If Bayek is forced into a position of needing to engage in battle, he is equipped with a weapon, a shield, and a bow to fight his way out. When I came across a fort to take out, I headshot a few enemies and engaged the rest in close combat. I got well and truly beaten by other shielded enemies before I finally stopped trying to play the game like every other Assassin's Creed title and actually got aggressive with enemy bandits. It is not expressly more difficult than other games in the series, but my mindset with the game had to change before I could tackle it effectively. Previous Assassin's Creed title released in 2015, Assassin's Creed Syndicate had 2 protagonists, telling equal parts of the story as a contrast to every other game following a single character. Assassin's Creed Origins walks that idea backwards, but not completely. Introduced at Gamescom, Bayek's wife Aya will be playable for certain missions in the game. It also sounds like there will be more playable characters than just Aya and Bayek. It is primarily Bayek's story and journey, and this is the decision we had made because it was what we came to in terms of when we were building this experience, the narrative, the gameplay. This is the experience we wanted to create, Ismail said. So it was a choice that we made not to split the campaign. Having said that, we had other playable characters, we're just not yet announcing who they are. As the last member of a group of warriors, Bayek ends up getting lots of requests from people that inhabit the world. Some citizens tasked me with chasing down a child stealing coin purses in town. After chasing him down, I ended up defending him against some bandits. The thief explained that his family had been sold to bandits to use as thieves, so I was sent to check out the place they are apparently being kept. I discovered a ship fire, and in the process of investigating what went wrong, I had to convince a merchant to tell me what he saw by breaking his wares. Eventually, I freed the child thief's sister from her captors, and she asked me to meet her somewhere else to help exact her revenge. Side quests are nothing new for the series, but it is certainly one of the more extensive ones I've played in the Assassin's Creed games, and it helped the world building immensely. It also was not about tailing anyone, which is a plus. Assassin's Creed has always had some problems being culturally sensitive. Middle Eastern Altair was played by Nolan North, an entire game set in France. No, he wasn't played by Nolan North. The guy's got it completely fucking wrong. He's played by Philip Shahabaz. Nolan North played Desmond. You silly man, you've written the wrong name. Anyway, Middle Eastern Altair was played by Philip Shahabaz. An entire game set in France only had British accents, and the series has made some decisions for presumably marketing reasons that ended up backfiring. With Origins, Bayek is made as authentic as possible, from voice to skin tone to dialogue, but not every character is quite as accurate. In terms of the more British accent, that was the balance we did when we have a Greek character. So for example, Cleopatra having a British accent, explained to Ismail. Having said that, we tried to stay true to all, representing all the different cultures that exist there. Egyptians, Greeks, Romans, we tried to make sure they sounded as accurate as we could. Yeah, that was a lot to read. There's always so much to read in these videos because there's such extensive fucking articles. It takes up like the majority of the video just me reading off a big wall of text, but it gets the information across and it's easy for you guys to understand, so it's the best way of conveying the information really. But the most interesting part of that was the fact that Bayek's wife will be a playable character. It was literally confirmed just then. One of the playable characters is Bayek's wife, Aya. So I don't know how this is going to be. It better just be like a few memories. Like, I really hope there's not a bunch of quests or like a whole quest system dedicated to Aya. I really hope there's not. But also, I do hope there's playable characters in the modern day. 100%. That better be one of the other playable characters. It better be the modern day protagonist. That's the reason why they're not revealing them yet. I feel like there might even be more than just Aya, Bayek, and the modern day character, but I don't know. I really think the modern day character is one, and we already know two of the playable characters already. But yeah, if there's anything that I really think should be in the game, it's definitely a playable modern day protagonist, and I'm sure that's what they're doing. After so many years of failed modern days that no one's enjoyed, they really have to go back to the roots, and they have to create a playable modern day that's actually enjoyable, opposed to just fucking walking around Abstergo with your shitty little datapad, hacking shit and doing stupid shit for John Standish. Anyway, that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe for more gaming news and content in the future. If you haven't already, go and check out my breakdown of the new trailer we got today for Assassin's Creed Origins. It's a very in-depth breakdown, and it tells you everything about the trailer and all the little things you may have missed. I'll leave that at the end of the video, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.